Alright. Welcome to StarSector. I'm Major Freak. I'm going to be leading you through the changes I've made to the game and the 3 new mods I've added to this session and the last one, which unfortunately is private. I had accidental mic and the wife was talking, so I don't feel like incidental doxing myself. So yeah, sorry about that. Missed a year of play, so nothing really exciting happened. Okay, so AttunedDriveField, one of the 3. Shinsokyu, the second one. And the last one, TriTac Special Circumstances. And of course, each 2 of the 3 are faction mods, and since I'm adding it mid-game, you won't see the systems, of course. So I'd like to add them now just to have a feel for them. I'll still be playing this campaign for as long as possible until it becomes untenable. I don't think there's going to be a problem. I'd like to get to the point where I'm playing the Nagato, but the Dreadnought that I really wanted to play. And once I get to that point, I'll have a good feel of, okay, how many officers do I want to play with in my fleet at the same time? How much of a fleet deployment point do I need to set in order to have fun with the Nagato and have a good enemy composition coming at me at the same time, yada yada, stuff like that. So that's sorted. I'll show you the changes I made to the original, the vanilla settings file. So these are these changes here. I'll just scroll through all the changes. You'll be able to see what I've set and what another mod set. The mod in question is, scroll down to the bottom, Mayasuran's settings for when you have a lot of RAM and you can play around with the game to the max you can possibly do. I've got 40 megs of RAM. So, or is it gigs? I forget by now. But whatever. Now I have 40. So it's a little bit too much. Okay, so max base admins, I added 1. Officer level is I put it to 3 and then made it 7 for max merc level. I found a level 7 officer in a pod one day and I was like, oh, well, that's weird. I can't get mercs at random max level 2 because, you know, that's kind of a temporary thing. I increased the duration for 3 years, and I've made it so hopefully the cost to hire does not need a story point. I'm starting to realize how precious story points are, and how I shouldn't have frittered it away in the beginning of the game. Yeah, they're extremely valuable, and hiring mercs should be something you do a lot, and it should be, no matter how many officers you have in the fleet, you're always going to want more. And I feel that wasting a story point in hiring them is ridiculous. If I wanted to keep one, then I'd need a story point. That's how I feel. It's like, why are you getting attached to this officer? If it's really that important, then it's got to be a storyline point. I feel it's worth it, right? You'd be worth paying a storyline point to keep that officer because it seems rather bizarre, right? So to me, something temporary should not ever incur a storyline point unless it's really, really important, like say bribing the hegemony and stuff like that. That is that is something I'm willing to spend on, but not hiring merc. Hiring a merc should not be so onerous. That's what I feel. If you're willing to bribe the Gemini, that's part of the gameplay, but hiring a temporary merc shouldn't be the same. At least that's my mentality of it. That's why I'm, going against what Alex has designed the game for, right? So, now doubled it. I doubled the base number of officers I can have in the fleet. Absolutely. I did not increase the AI's ability to have. I increased it by. Actually, I lowered it. I'd actually forgotten what I'd done. So I might want to adjust that back to 10, but like for me, it's like I use officers not to buff my ships, but to actually have some control in a reliable personality for that specific ship, tactical nuance to it, not a buff. I used to have level 10 officers, but to me that's too buffed. So yeah, back in 0.95 version. But now I'm like, okay, well, I want a lot of officers, but I don't want them maxing out in skills. They're gonna buff the ship anyways, but it's not how you, like I said in the previous commentary bit, last session or the session before, that it's not, what the officer is. It's how you use them, what ship it is, what fit, whoever it's a good match for personality of officer and the ship itself, a whole bunch of stuff. And the AI gets omniscience, so it doesn't need, it'll tailor its attitude almost entirely, and it has full right. So to me, I am not interested in having more officers because it's an actual buff to those units, whereas to me it's like I'm usually punching way above my weight class, and so to me I need my ships to have the proper personality. And to me it's not only the tactical necessity, but also the role-playing, as I'd like each of my ships, the ones I've put it on the field a lot and aren't generic, like my missile backup fleets, my missile spam fleets, to have some kind of personality beyond Starship Legends mod, right? So to me it's super important, but having personality on the AI side, it's it's just a grind. So I'm not interested in having a lot. I'm not interested in matching what my max player skill can get. There's no way. So that's my rationale there. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I'll probably even lower that, but I'm happy the way it is right now, right? All right, so now detection range transponder. I wanted that to be so I could see my allied ships from further away. And as I know it's going to impact my smuggling ability to go from, it's going to be harder to sneak in with my transponder, then turn it off at some point and go sneak in further, because of this detection range is so much larger. And of course, when both fleets have transponders on, right, they're going to be seeing it, and they'll be like, hey, he's disappeared, I'm going to go search for him. But I think I'm not I'm not really a smuggling kind of person. Maybe my next campaign I might go, ooh, this is too hard. I want to be able to smuggle, and it's making it impossible to do so. So I'll change it then, but for now I'll leave it at 2. It's fun. It's interesting. Min battle size 250. Default battle size 500. Max battle size 5. I'm leaving it the same. I'm not really sure, right? Station deployment bonus, same. So yeah, increased battle size, and it feels okay so far. I can put on the field, the strategic map, the 550 DP fleet without it getting weird on me. I do have the mod for fleet as in DP, which is fleet. What is it? Fleet size by DP. So I've got a soft limit of 550-ish. Anything above that, I'll start to have really harsh penalties on my supply and warp speed. So I'm okay. It's interesting. I can have lots of ships instead of just 30, right? And this is making it difficult that I can't have large fleets of big battleships, which is starting to concern me because I'm up to about 10 million credits in game for my cash flow. And so I'm thinking I might need to increase the cost of my officers per level per officer in the settings in order to counteract the fact that I don't have a lot of supply costs, because I'm also keeping my DMods as a benefit to maintenance and logistics. So I am playing a really lean and mean cheap game, and I've got 10 million credits right now. I'm not really comfortable with that. I want to control that as much as possible, because once you get, once you're at 10 million, it feels like you're kind of God mode. You don't really care about, for the future. It feels pretty godlike. So I'm going to try to keep a lid on it as much as possible that way. Let's see now. And I think this is the last change. I reversed this hire merc, and I'm hoping it works. When I was talking about it before, I hope this works. It might not. There's some really weird, numbers here that I don't understand. And I'm not sure how Alex is working it, but I'm hoping that I don't need a storybook to hire it, but I need one to convince Merc to stay. I'm crossing my fingers. I hope that that switch will work. So yeah, those are the changes. It doesn't feel like a lot. But as long as I've got it down documented, it feels a lot more understandable for myself, and probably for you guys too, to understand, okay, he didn't change a whole hell of a lot, but these are his reasonings. So that's what I hope to get across. Okay, let's see now. Let's go in game. Oh, and the other thing I changed was give me a sec. Was dynamic tariffs, and added a whole bunch of, this is my home base right here, my custom, my own colony, and here are the stations I added to it, just to I think it was it's these, just the stuff that I go to a lot. This is a random arbitrary base that was created, but the rest of them, like the Imperial mod colonies, the Pendersec is the Carter's mod that I'll be getting rid of next session. But yeah, I mean, all the Imperial stuff I'd like to add, and yeah, that's that. Oh, and the most important thing, of course, is I changed these numbers right here, to make it more difficult to get to 0 tax. Because yeah, the mod's great, but once I get up there, I'm paying 0 tax, and it's like there's no difference between black market and this, and I need to me, role-play immersion wise, there has to be a difference between, at all times, between like if it was commissioned and it was cooperative, I get 5% tax on my trades in the open, but black market I get 0, right? So it felt very cheaty to me to be able to have 0 tax, especially when granular was true. You'd have 0 tax at 100% faction rating, and that to me just felt unimmersive. So this is how I did it, and the percentages here feel believable, and I really like this this so far. It makes the beginning of the game really hard to make a profit, but you're just going through, okay, it'll improve, and it gives you a motivation to drive up your faction standings. Whereas before I was using this dynamic tariffs, I was you're going to be negative, you're going to be hostile to me, well, bring it on, you know, that kind of feeling I had. But yeah, so that, I believe that was the only other change I've made to all this stuff. Yeah, it's too bad Iron Shell doesn't work in the newest version. Anyways, so let's kill the music. Head on in game, and hopefully that helped. I'll show you. I think I changed a couple of mod settings in game. Yeah, mostly I try to keep hands off with stuff. So I haven't found the Nagato blueprint yet, and I'm looking forward to finding it. I am thinking of going to that starship yard that had the Nagato at like 4 million credits or something. I'll be able to purchase it, and I'll definitely do that. But it's like, okay, so if fleet size is, oh crap, oh, maybe that's why I didn't have it enabled. Poopy, give me a sec. Maybe that's why I didn't have that mod. Whoops. No. Thought I told it not to make any, – Shush. Okay, so. Yeah, I got that error because I'd reinstalled the game in another folder just to get the basic default settings so we could do that compare text thing. Yeah, it's a great website. It's awesome. All right, here we go again. So, did I turn it off? I think I did. That's too bad. No real loss. I don't tend to play with phase ships a lot. Yeah, so basically I've explored, I think, a quarter of the galaxy so far. I have 2 pristine nano forges, 1 in my cargo hold and 1 in my orbital works. I haven't stolen Syndria's fuel module that increases their fuel. That's a naughty thing to do. To me, at the moment, I'm getting enough income. I don't need to worry too much about screwing around the Syndra. I don't want to. I'd like to keep them strong. I'm not playing next Aurelian, but still. Alright, so mod settings. Go in here. Combat chatter. I think I changed a little bit in combat chatter. Industrial evolutions. I don't think I changed anything with that. Not sure if I changed anything with this. Probably didn't know enough about it yet. Starship Legends. Not sure if I changed anything. Underworlds, do not like Underworld at all. I should have set no. And that's nice, it gives you the option for turning that Starlight Cabal off. That is tempting me to say, okay, maybe I'll keep Underworld if I can turn Starlight Cabal off. That would be good, but the ships and the gear might still be in existence, which would not be good. Yeah. And I'm not sure what vestiges mean, but I didn't like anything of the mod itself. So yeah, I'm definitely getting rid of these 2 for sure. And this one as well. So those are definitely gone. So anyways, it's too bad too, right? General, can I turn stuff off? Really, commerce balance changes. Well, whatever happened, I did not like at all. You can turn this stuff off. That's nice. We have the ability to turn all this stuff off. That's actually really cool. Like, I like the idea of the embassy. And I like the idea of the academy. The requisition center is interesting. Yeah, I mean, the ability to turn all this stuff off is really nice. I mean, that's really cool. Pets I don't like, but the ability to turn that off, this actually might be really good. I mean, artillery, can we turn it off? Because it just really annoys weak bones. Yeah, no, just, no, it's just, no. Minefields, turn it off. Yeah, minefields turned off. Artillery turned off. Now, having said that, I could miss having them, but I doubt it. It's just, it's like, can you hack them? Like, you sneak up to the, because it's so annoying. Could you sneak up and hack the watchtower and disable it for a little bit, right? But you weren't able to, which was really annoying. And you even saw the pirates hijack and hack artillery stuff in system, and you're like, but I can't. What? So the fact I can't was really annoying. It just felt so intuitive. I'll go up to it and hack it, and I won't have to worry about the annoyance of it, because it is very annoying, especially if you get hit by it. And you get hit by a minefield. It's like, what the hell? It does a lot of damage, and it's like, you know, okay, I can see, right? It's, but the fact we can fine-tune it, and I don't really care if I'm being called a snowflake. He can be insulting all he wants, but to me, it's not as much, I want to be hard, you know. This is, the wording here is like, oh, he wants it to be hard, and it's like, that's not how I want to play the game. It's not my playstyle to be hard, you know. It's like, what kind of playstyle is that, right? There are lots, and like, hard, but he's got pets. It's like, it's like, yeah, I want to be hard, but I also want to be, you know, it's like, it's just cute. It's like, okay, getting mixed signals here. But anyways, whatever. It's nice we can actually turn this stuff up. I'll think about it. I'll think about it hard. I like embassies. If I can get rid of everything, but keep the embassies, I'll be happy. It looks like an awful lot of choices here. Jesus. That's nice. It's awesome. Amazing he's given us the ability. And thank you for giving us the ability to actually turn it off. I mean, he could have just not, right? It was like, yeah, snowflakes, right? And just disabled our ability to turn it off. So it's nice he's given us the option, and I will. Oh. Really? Oh, in that case, yeah, I'm just going to remove the mod entirely. Okay. Well, that's nice you said that. Thanks for being honest. Yeah, and it's nice he gave us options, but, you know, it's like, right? So, yeah. Thank you for making the mod. It probably took a hell of a lot of effort, but to me it's completely unbalanced, and I did not like it at all. I like the embassy idea, but beyond that, everything else felt completely unbalanced and arbitrary. Some of it was way over the top. Just God mode. It just didn't make any sense. So yeah, unfortunately, it's nice, but you know, it's you gave us a lot, and a lot of choices, but at the same time, it was just too much God mode. And to give his artillery and minefields to counteract your God mode, here you go. It just felt too cheesy, you know? Just too much cheese. I don't know. Yeah, I might miss it, you know? Honestly, I might miss the minefields, I might miss the artillery, I might miss the difficulty of it, and I might miss the interesting stuff, and I might give it a whirl. But yeah, next campaign I'll just get rid of it, and yeah, and see if I miss it, right? And that's the most important thing. All right. Yeah. All right. And there we go. Oh, and the settings here. Let's see. Settings. I, maxed it out now to 500. It used to be only you could do 400, but maxed out 500. Got the sound volume down to 25, and the music to 0, because right. I'm going to. I'm gonna make it 1 second. It just when you're going when I'm scrolling through the marketplace, it pops up, and I didn't like that. So, all right, and did not like the whiteout screen. Absolutely not. So, okay, good to go. Let's continue. Where we last left our heroes. Alright, what was I doing? I had gone out of the game so I could something. Oh, I'm totally I'm totally cheesing the standings boost for the Tritac loan shark. I'll just take the loan and then give it right back to him, and I'll get a boost for him and the faction. And if I get, say, an agent I want boosted standings with, and the faction, I'll just simply ask them to build me one thing, and I get a boost to this. As soon as you confirm that order of one thing, you get a boost to your standings. So it's hilarious. A bit of a cheese there, for sure. I was going to do something. What was it? Right. Was it the officer? No, it wasn't that. It was I had officers, right. And I wanted to add, yeah, you're going to be assigned, and I've got one more choice. That feels good enough. Like, this is the maximum amount, like, what I can put on the field, I pretty much max out. And I've got a bunch of, wait, I think, is this character? We have to mentor one of these. Get this one, but it's, yeah, I'll need a steady officer for that FOCA. Yeah. A steady officer for the FOCA. And yeah, that pretty much settles it, and anything extra like officers for these ships right here can be mercs. I'm okay with that. And as everything down here is just generic stuff that I don't really care about. But yeah, this is about the level of officers I'd want in the game, just to give my ships personality. So yeah, it's role-playing. Yeah. I just bribed the Tritakian, the hegemony inspection fleet. So that had just been dealt with. They just entered and found no cores. Surprise, surprise, lol. Interested as, like, I've already got the mercs and they went after me. Not really okay, maybe I haven't met them? I must have already. Anyways, now that I have enough cash on hand and supplies, unfortunately I had most of my supplies probably donated to me through the Industrial Evolution output into your storage bays, and I had ridiculous amount of fuel and supplies. So unfortunately, I've burned through all the fuel, but I've still got a hell of a lot of supplies left over, which is kind of annoying at home base. So I've got no worries about supply at all, which typically is my main choke point, and it's annoying that I don't have that choke point anymore. So yeah. I check out the bounties. Mostly I've got some agents here. Don't go to this one a lot. I use this one constantly and her constantly. Potential. I think it's this two potentials, and I go to this one constantly, and I'm deleting contacts is if I don't like them. So yeah, it's and Penderstick. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not sure if you can change the active contacts in the settings, but you can totally develop an extra contact using a story point, I believe, right? Yeah, because you don't need a story point to get an active contact until you get to the 5 limit, and then you can develop more using story points. So I'm totally fine with that, because that can be a permanent thing, right? So what's my next order of business? Well, I recently got some gear through customs order, and I really like to test out the Orion artillery, so I'm gonna head right back to my home base right now, actually, and get that sorted and tested, because I've been playing around with a current setup for my flagship, which is a Gatling gun, really close range Gatling gun style, and oh, by 2DP, that's hilarious. Okie dokie then, lol. Whoopsie. I'm gonna translate out. Okay. Off we go. Whatever. Oh. I'm using largerZoomOut, and I went into that settings file and changed it, doubled the zoom out for both strategic and tactical, I believe. It's interesting my max burn speed hasn't been reduced. Like I'm going at 20. So I could probably get away with this, but I'd really rather not spend the extra supplies, even though I've got a ton at home. And this will just be annoying if it'd be okay if there was a toggle to go, yes, I'm okay with that, right? Alright. And I haven't tried those to, oops. Let's see, monthly income. Okay, so I don't really actually pay attention to these numbers because I have no way of comparing it to prior numbers. So this is just, when I do this, it's just for posterity, so I can actually look at it in the future and compare it to other the other bits and check the numbers. But for now, this is just me doing it for the recording and not actually analyzing it, because I have no way of figuring out if any of this is differing, and how it differs. And I haven't even analyzed what best layout for my colonies I should have, mostly because I'd been using industrial evolution, and that ripping that out had done a real number on my colonies. Not really sure how I'm going to work it all, but the aim was, and successfully, to only have Luddite path sleeper cells, and that means 17 or less on the path or interest scale. And I don't really care about the hegemony investigation. Oh, sorry. In hegemony investigations for AI, because there's two things. I can bribe them. It costs a story point, which is kind of annoying, and maybe I really shouldn't be doing that. But that's the con. The pro is that they send inspection fleets, which is an extra patrol against pirates and stuff. So I am totally fine with them hanging around inspecting. It's a bit of a drag when they inspect my fleet, but it doesn't really hurt me much in the way of supply costs. So, right? Honestly, I'm not really sure about this item. Is it industrial evolution, or is it one of the base? I think it's one of the base items you get, like with the nanoforge stuff. Pretty sure this spool, but I ripped all the other stuff out I knew was industrial evolution, all the items and stuff. But yeah, so far it's looking good. I'm almost self-sufficient. It's probably harvested organs and drugs and stuff like that, and heavy weapons, I think. But yeah. Oh, and I need to pick up Claymore LPC at Syndra. It's Syndra. Okay, so I need to go there and pick that up for sure. So that'll be my next order of duty, but whatever, it's only costing me 600, so I'll get it at some point. Right, custom productions. This is that German thing where you have that, you find that big carrier and it gives you a bunch of mech warrior kind of stuff. I've actually got 2 of the destroyers. They're really slow, but man, they're powerful. Oh my god. I got a 3rd, I forget the name of it, Severin, and replaced the, oh heck, that red tinged cruiser you'd been seeing me using. It wasn't doing as good as these, so yeah, I got a 3rd one. I had the chance, went for it. This is an interesting ship. This is my backbone, of course, and modded, not modded, but hull modded up the wazoo. So always very happy with the FOCA. Once it's, you know, hull modded. Where am I? I'm not really experimenting a lot with anything right now. It's just basically the core concept of missiles behind me, spamming the enemy as I go in with my main ship. And this ship, I've been playing with the shredder batteries, which were freaking hilarious. I was taking out entire hordes of enemy ships by just getting in their face and just shredding the hell out of them. And they would just, as soon as their armor dropped, they were dead. It was just amazing. And they were so cheap. They only cost 8, which is blowing me away. Now then, I want to test out the Orion. So we're going to play with the Orion for a bit in the simulator. I think I have one in... Oh, wait. Whoops. Lol. Oopsie. And Orion. Where are you? Not the Ricochet. There we go. Alright, so go in with 16. Okay. Weapons group, check. Check. And where's my Majolner? Because I always love my Majolner. There we go. And 10. Alright, fair enough. Now then, I've played with this weapon before in the past. I'm not sure if I was noobish enough not to understand how useless or valuable they were, so I'm just going to test it. Alright, so how are we doing here? Whoa. Whoa. What the? Oh my goodness. That's really interesting. Oh my god. Wow. That's cool, but I'm not sure. Wow. Holy moly. What else did I bring along? Let's see, storage. Oh yes, the CAC. So mods in. Okay, good. Might want to play around with the tooltip pop-up. Maybe. Fraction quicker, maybe. All right. So let's try the CAC and then the ricochet. All right. Because it is interesting. I mean, my ability to ignore the flux level because I have no shields is fascinating, and I'm getting away with it, and I'm wondering what different types of weapons can take advantage of that fact, right? Wow. Nice, fun sound, by the way. Right. And what was the other one? It was... Ricochet, right? Ricochet. In. Alrighty. What the hell? That was a weird one. Right? Yeah, it's basically trying to figure out what combination of guns, because to me it's like, if you, it's a big gun, but if you've got 3 of them, will you be able to take advantage of something that, whoa. was using this autocannon to great effect. Using it to great effect with one of my cruisers, but if I have 4 of them, I'm gonna see what kind of damage I can do here. It's not very accurate. That's what I noticed, but it does do the job. So let's see what we can accomplish here. Alright. Let's do some damage. Yeah, as you can see, it's not very accurate. But it'll definitely do the job. Yeah, I mean, this plasters the enemy. Yeah, right? It for a kinetic, it does a significant amount of damage. It's kind of cool, actually, and only does 400 flux per second. It's like, you know, I mean, it's like, hey, this is the best weapon ever for this, but it's like, well, why don't you test the other stuff, right? You just get a comparison. Because it might do great. You're like, oh, okay. I don't need anything else, but just gotta get a feel for it. And this is only 900 range. So let's see. Idiot. Yeah, more accuracy. Wow. Yeesh. Right? So it's amazing because you'd be like, hey, this is the best thing ever. But then you try something else and you're like, ah, lol. The Mark 10 is so good because it will destroy the shields very quickly and do a significant amount of damage to the ship. I tried the artillery barrage for a while actually in game. I'll try this one for size. See how it does. You know, I'm really liking that that Mark 10. You know. Woohoo! Weird sound. Yeah, I really like that Mark 10 for some reason. I don't know why. It's really, it's definitely resonating. Let's try the this one. When in doubt, get them in shoulder. Yawn. Sorry. Yawn. Sorry. That's too funny. That would just absolutely murder fighter swarms. Jesus. Alright, let's bring in the fighter swarms. Not as spectacular as what I can do with other guns, though. Like, which is the one I was using that was just annihilating? It was... Right, it was the cheap one. It was the dirt cheap one, wasn't it? It was just ridiculously cheap. It was the shredder battery. It was just, what? You gotta be kidding me. Like, facing down that, it was just too stupid. It was just, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Slow down once you ran out of flux, but oh my god, look at that. Yeah, I mean, how can you possibly argue with that? It's just like, whoa. Yeah, I mean, it's just an amazing weapon. I don't think the mod developer that had the idea that you'd stick 4 on it just go mental. Shoulder. Nope, wrong one. Thank you very much. 10, and, you know, for argument's sake, you know, just to compare. Alrighty. It's doing the damage without me having to get close. flux out, I can't shoot it anymore. Try the Anubis. Yeah, it's just a matter of, yeah, that 8-pointer. Oh, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? You just get close and you just kiss your sweet ass goodbye, buddies. No comparison. Yeah, see, as soon as I max out, I can't fire anymore, but with the other one, I absolutely can. Let's try the Ifrit. Just for argument's sake. Whoa, cool. I believe it's kinetic, so I think. Is it kinetic? Is now it's not firing anymore, so yeah. 3 flux isn't that demanding, but yeah, it's kinetic. Gauss cannon, it's been I used to love the Gauss cannon, so we'll check it out. I mean, it's one of my old favorites of mine. As soon as I flux out, right? So, fortunately. I'll try it. Not really sure about this gun. I assume it's gonna suck. No, it's not sucking. But as soon as I flush out, it's still firing. Impressive. It's got the range. What was the other one? What was the other one? Well, if I can do amazing stuff with the Hezek, how about the Mega Thumper at, right? It is, this one is doing the same amount of damage. Try the Mega Thumper. Definitely try it. It can even be flux stable. That's hilarious. Check this puppy out. Woohoo. Literally haven't maxed out on my flux. That's insane. Huh. Holy crap. So if I'm not, I could have 18 points. I can add an extra, I mean, right? Pretty amazing. Probably get integrated. Ignoring flares is kind of really important. It's super important. Yeah, of everything? Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Perfect. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's amazing. Like if that was, it was doing 105, and the other one was doing, whoa, that's a lot of flux per second. Huh. Indies expansion pack. I think this is a bit OP. Yeah, I don't think he intended this. That's a little bit too OP. Yeah, this is just ridiculous. Yeah. Holy crap. Gonna pop up. Wow. Oh, wow. Right. And you... sharpshooter. What's it? Yeah. 4-point. And these are the... where are they? It was the Kothar. So 10 points, yeah. So... perfect, except... yeah, whoops. Yeah, so I built stuff in. But I've only got one story point. I don't want to spend it, just in case I need something. I've already bribed the hegemony, so I don't have to worry about it. I could start building in stuff. It would be integrated targeting. Yeah, let's do that. And then I can add more. There we go, good. And yeah, there we go. Let's slowly add on. Yeah, tricked out. These tricked out. It's just, oh right. I want. Can I get a third one? I don't think I have another one. Yeah, I don't have another one. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, I'll have to go get another flight built. Whatever. We'll get that Syndria lady to make one. Okay. Oh right. These, yeah. These fighters sucked. But these ruled. Do I have any more of them? Right, I don't have any more of them. I do have 2 claymores. What can we do? we'll do... I mean, the ship isn't about the missiles at all, so I'll get rid of the ECCM. And add the Claymore, because Claymore is freaking rock. And I've got 13. Nope, we're good. And don't have to worry about that, so I'll add it to the shield. There, done. A3. And nothing built in yet for this. Yeah, it's a fun little ship for carriers, that's for sure. Not really sure about this one. Right? Not really sure. I'd probably want another RIA. Yeah, the RIA's so far has been great. Mega Thumper. Oh my goodness. it might be that I'll just go, all my ships are Mega Thumpers. That would be hilarious. Okay, I think we're good. I haven't really looked at this ship for a while. Like, this was sort of like a stopgap effort of what I could shove on, and I really want to have the hacking link weapons from the psi space, so I need to go to psi space to get some of those. Have all 8 of these as hacking. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Expanded missile racks, lol. That was a silly oversight on mine, of me. I'd been using torpedoes on it for a while. Forgot I had this here. Okay, so get rid of that. I wonder. Oh, they're medium, right? I'm like Mega Thumpers on everything. So this is range 1,100. This one range 1,000. So that worked out pretty good. I don't think I can find anything else. I'd love to get the hypervelocity. Yeah, and that extra range means I can face my enemy and shoot with all my guns. And this is... Right, wait a minute. Are you explosive or... No, okay, you're... Alright. Really like an explosive one, though. Okay. That'll do it, right? That's exactly what I want. Okay, we'll go with that. Can I get something better? I don't really like the pylons, right? I'll try the heavy ballista launcher. What is this? Oscarth. Kinetic. slow, average. This is explosive. I know what the heavy ballista can do. Let's try this one. H. I don't need that much. Okay. Let's go with that. Oh, I don't have, integrated. That's hilarious. Integrated targeting unit. There we go. Okay. Let's try this one on for size. I like this little ship, it's fun. Whoa. I'm thinking two thoughts. If it could only use its missiles to take down the shields as the explosive guns are shooting, and B, maybe I should go all explosive, because if those missiles are going to help deal with the shield, and typically when a ship is, an AI ship is facing a Sabot kind of missiles, it'll drop its shields as soon as that happens, right? And if you're firing explosive, right? So it might actually work. See, is there a... I could get the Mauler, of course. Wrecker... No, of course not. Mauler is... Yeah, heavy Mauler. There we go. There. Let's turn that, dial it down a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Get away with that, right? Yeah, perfect. Oops, nah. Go get him. Yeah, no, that's... No. That was a bad idea. Nope. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, it's too bad that didn't work out. Right, anything with point defense is going to make this ship kind of stupid. So, try this one. Okay, I like that one. You're steady, right? Yeah. Okay. That was fun. Okay. 0. I think that's about it. I do need to keep an eye on this ship to see if it's useful, you know, because it is 20 deployment points, and this one's 32 deployment points. Ooh, I think I repaired it, didn't I? Oops. Okay. Yeah, these are crazy. I bought them and they're, what, they're like 25 deployment points. This one is 30. So yeah, it's like these better be cutting the mustard, that's for sure. I think that's it. Let us go. I need to go and find. I'll deal with this first. Let's go right now and deal with that. took quite a hit ripping out my ambassadors from the embassies and stuff to my standings for a few of the factions. It was too bad, but could not be helped. Had to be done. Get rid of this stupid backlog. Actually gonna go straight to I'll head over to my market and sell it all, because it feels like it cheated getting all that stuff. Yeah, it's too bad. I should just eject it to space, honestly. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna eject it to space. Yeah, it's just feels too. Get rid of it. Yeah, that's the best thing to do. Yeah, got it through industrial evolution. There you go. Good riddance. And 2DP. Officer, what can you do? Steady, nope. Yawn. Oh, cute. Tell him on burn. Oof, no. Burn drive. Yeah. Suicide charge. Nope. No, thank you very much. Large ballistic, 2 medium ballistic, 6 small, and 2 fighter bay. 18 maintenance, 18 deployment points. Really slow. Oh, look at that speed. Ugh. Shudder. Nope. So I need to get rid of 2DP. I'll drop him off. It's not a battleship, it's super cheap. Dump you off at my depot where I keep all my Warp 9 ships that can keep up with the fleet. But for whatever reason, I'm not using them right now. I'm going to actually place all these in the bay. That'll give me some wiggle room to pick up ships. There we go. interesting. I'll only get aggressive and helmsman, because I want speed and aggression. And that can fill out these ships right here, these two ships. So that'd be nice to get in mercenaries. And then if I have one more, I could put the mercenary in here too for this ship. So that'd be fun. Anyways, there. And oh look. Yes, please. Arid. Perfect. Yeah, time to test those two new destroyers I've built. See if they're any good. See if they're worth bringing on the battlefield. I suspect, since they're too slow, that they're just going to be eaten alive if they get, say, outflanked or outnumbered or anything, or fluxed out or can't retreat, and they're getting their flux. There you go. Let's check it out. Hello. Not seeing anything to worry about. No insta-gib weapons. Okay, 2 deployed. Number 2. All right, see what we can do. This might be interesting. Yeah, this flank is going to get crushed, so I'm going to win. The question is, are these guys going to be able to hold this flank effectively without getting murdered? That took long enough to full roll that flank up. Holy crap. So you can see, yes, the mobile Gundam suits are tough nuts to crack, but Jesus, they're not getting anywhere quick, and they're not doing much of anything. Whoopsie. Let's see if my investment paid off, and okay, probably should flee. Yeah, let's get you out of there just to be safe. Rather not lose loyalty doing something stupid. And get out of there. Now the question is, of course, did these little Gundam things actually do any damage? And how useful has this cruiser been in the fight? Castigator? Okay. Not a pirate castigator, but I don't know. They were great last campaign. This campaign, yeah, this Severa is just rocking my world, so. Ew. Unreliable compromise. Yes, please. Right? Go. Somebody's ready to level up. Perfect. And let's check it out. So stable shields, durable, great. So, how did you do? The Gauntlet and the Foca. Alright. So, you did okay. Let's see though. So you two did the lion's share of it. Fair enough. There's the RIA, right? Good investment. Focus, always a great investment. They're cheap, and once you plug enough story points into them, they're pretty tough. Here's the Gauntlet. By how much? Right? They did quite a substantial amount of damage. And then the Gauntlet Carrier. Graviton Beam, Velites, Vicarious, and Claymore. Yeah, if I want more Vicarious, for sure. If I can get 2 more Vicarious, I'd be happy. How'd this guy do? 25,000 total hypervelocity, Velites, chemical laser. Mostly hypervelocity, right? And compared to right, so it's got hypervelocity 25,000. I mean, look at the focus. I mean, they great compared. The Space Raptor did more damage with a Casta. Really? Casta? Really? Yeah, they're sending you back home to the cleaners, that's for sure. Alright. Yeah, no. has a... Yeah, nope. Stretch. Drag you up here. Thank you very much. I'll pop you guys in here. Aggressive. I don't think I have any points left. Yeah. Careful of my fuel. Fleet. What the hell is that? Okay. Efficiency extended flux. Extended in flux. There we go. Uh-oh. I'll need to mentor her before I level her up.